Hello friends, and welcome to the next video. I hope you're well, happy, healthy, safe, having a great day. Today I am back in Granada, my current hometown I suppose, and actually we're starting today's journey more or less exactly where we finished the previous video. So I thought it made sense for continuity to pick up from where I left off. I want to show you some of the sights of Granada. It's an incredible city. I've spoken about Granada on some of my previous videos. I really feel at home here, even in a relatively short period of time. I really only came to live here about a year ago or so. Something I mentioned in a previous video is the pronunciation situation. Just to put it out there, okay? I can't not call Granada, right? I'm not over-ing it, but I'm not going to say Granada because it's just not how the name of the city is pronounced. And I do speak Spanish and I do live here, and I was concerned about just seeming pretentious and kind of disingenuous, like, I don't know. But yeah, I can't not call it by its real name, Granada, with a small r. So I just moved to a different bench, despite there having been about 10 free benches around me. Some guy chose to come and sit directly next to me for some reason. And aside from being a bit creepy, I do still feel quite self-conscious, so recording with somebody so close to me seemed, I don't know, I couldn't concentrate at all, so I just gave up on that. Okay, so the plan today is to first go for a coffee in a place called La Finca. Really exceptional coffee. I'm really excited to go there. I don't go as often as I should. So yeah, we're going to kick off the day with a strong, beautiful, fresh coffee. Then we've got a walking tour of Granada. So you'll see some of the highlights, places to visit, the things to see and things to do. Okay, checking in. We've whisked our way through the centre of Granada, well, this historic centre. There you saw the cathedral. We went for a coffee at La Finca. There was the Arabic markets, and to be completely honest, it's incredibly touristic there, as you probably noticed. It's not exactly authentic, and the cathedral's incredible, and I would like to feature that in a later video, but it takes time. I didn't really want to hang around too long, so yeah, so I just tried to show you guys as much as I possibly could of the historic buildings, so you can get a sense of the character of that part of the centre of Granada, whilst that very beautiful, photogenic, picturesque, quintessential part of Granada. So yes, I hope you enjoyed what you've seen, and we've moved away now from the crazy busy centre. Not far, I mean I'm only 5-10 minutes walk from the cathedral now, but we're actually going to head up into the old Arabic part. This is the entrance to Albaicín. Hey guys, so that was the Mirador San Nicolás. Incredible views across the city. There's too many people. I was up there for a total of 2-3 minutes maybe. I've been many times before and I'll go again. Just way too many people, man. Spectacular views though.
Okay guys, part 1 of today completed, part 2 begins. I have about a 1 hour walk from Zaidin, where I live in Granada, to Okay guys, part 1 of today completed, part 2 begins. I have about a 1 hour walk from Zaidin, where I live in Granada to Zubia, La Zubia. I don't know, it's another part of Granada on the outskirts. It's about a 1 hour walk, but it's mostly along busy roads. It's not pretty, so I won't be recording much. See you soon. Took a wrong turn, got a little bit lost. Sometimes a detour is a good thing, alright? I'm getting close now though, thankfully. Really looking forward to tonight. I haven't used my tent for a couple of months now. 2 months. I've been tarp camping under my 3x3 tarp, obviously. I've been bivvy camping in my jungle bag, but I haven't actually used my tent for a while. Nature hike Mongar 2. So before it gets dark, I wanted to give you a quick tour of my camping setup. So tonight I'm sleeping in the Mongar 2 from Nature Hike. For me, it's by far the best budget 2-person tent that I've seen. Now, there are far superior tents than this, of course, but within this price bracket, it's exceptional. Quality is excellent. The technology used is really fantastic. It's lightweight. I'll do a full review on another video. Let's just see if I can switch you in mid recording. Ah yes, there we go. Okay, so at the entrance I have a little seat pad. Now this table over here, as well as this wonderful Paulaner that I just opened, it's my cooking equipment, effectively.
So in here there's all stuff for tea and coffee, and I didn't bring my mocha with me on this trip because I'll go for a coffee locally tomorrow morning. But yeah, this is just a cool bag that I use, and I have this little aluminium table. Now when it gets dark, I'll bring this inside and it'll sit here by the entrance. At the moment you can see there, so running from the back to front, we have a clothes bag that has like a change of clothes for sleeping and some underwear and things for tomorrow. I have my utility bag, so this has knives, tools, lighting, tape, things for emergency repairs, emergency bag, things like that. I've had this this is originally a sterile set first aid bag. I bought this when I was 17, I'm now 36, so I've had this for a very long time. Then over here we have, on this side I have my hygiene, so toothbrush, soaps, wipes, all that sort of stuff to stay fresh. And on this side I have my first aid kit. So at a certain point I'll do a video where I dissect specifically what's in here, but I put this first aid kit together. It primarily consists of things for cuts and burns and sprains and things like that. Like, it's not the most comprehensive of first aid kits, but it also has a pill box in there, so for paracetamol, ibuprofen, diarrhea, anything that I'll need, any medication is all in here. And next is my little electronics bag, and in here I have my lantern, which I've raved about on a previous video. This is the LED lenser, and the Nightcore NU25 is just on top. Then in here I have my battery pack, which I desperately need on these trips, and a smaller emergency backup. So this gives me like one charge, but it's just 5,000 milliamps, but it does the job for one charge. It was like €5 or something. That's more or less it. I have a battery in here that I can use as backup for the LED lenser as well, for my lantern. And then finally I just have this waterproof, durable security box. When it's not in use, I put my camera in here, and it's a little bit like overkill, but the camera that I use, the DJI Pocket 2, is not mine. I actually hire it, I rent it, so I'm really fearful of damaging it in transit. And for the sleeping setup, my sleeping bag, which I was using as a pillow just now. You guys have seen this before, but this is the Van Gogh Nightstar 250 3-season. Great for like 0 degrees. It's a little bit overkill now since it's getting warmer, but yeah, it means that I can sleep in here just in my underwear, whereas otherwise I need to wear thermals and that kind of jazz. And then my Unigear Camphi P2, P3, I can't remember which, and Trekology Aluft Pillow Deluxe. It was on promotion. The deluxe was the same price as the regular one, so it's like €15, I think. I figured, why not? The only difference really is it's got a little bit of extra cushioning. It's a bit softer, has like a velvety side. That's more or less my setup. My entire pack is a lot heavier than most people would be happy to carry. I think it's close to 20 kilos, which, yeah, it's a bit overkill for like a 1 night or 2 day trip. But at the moment, the majority of the equipment that I have is in the budget range, so for now it is what it is, and I think I'm pretty happy with my setup. It's really cozy in here. I love this tent. It's inexpensive but really solid and reliable. I'm extremely happy with it. It's lightweight too. I'll give a full review with all the specs on another occasion. Thank you guys, have a lovely evening, see you soon. Everything's unpacked. I'll be cooking shortly. But first things first, before I fall asleep, this is today's beer. It is Paulaner Weissbier. It's a Munich wheat beer. It's delicious.
It's fairly commonplace now. I think probably most of you will recognize this. It's probably the most commercially successful German export beer. It's 5.5%. It's typical wheat beer, so it's a little bit citrusy. It's light. It's better cold, but it's acceptable, like cool, even room temperature for me personally is fine. It's a delicious beer. It's really excellent. I've had this with Germans and they will say it's a decent beer. Like, there are far better German beers, especially like regional beers. So most Germans have their favourite beer from their favourite region, usually their home region. But this is really a good standard. It's not too light, not too heavy, not too strong, not too weak. It's a great beer on a hot summer's day, but it's also perfectly acceptable, you know, on a cold winter's day. It's an excellent beer. I love it. It's super smooth as well. So it's the Paulaner Weissbier, and as with most of these, it's highly recommended. Thank you. Cheers. It's only 7 PM and I'm getting really tired, so I'm going to cook and watch a movie or something and get an early night. I've been walking. I only walked for a couple of hours really in the end, but it was extremely hot. It was the hottest time of the day to be out, and it was 20, I don't know, I think it was 22, 23 degrees, but it felt a lot hotter. I'm really done. But before I do, I want to give my gratitude. So in every video I like to give gratitude to someone within the world of YouTube and someone in my own life. So today, another choice for camping related YouTube content. I'd like to give my gratitude and say thank you to Billy from Offcamping. Billy is a British YouTuber. He's kind of from my neck of the woods, from the south of England, you know, central south of England, and I really like Billy because he is a very kind of understated YouTuber. It sometimes almost seems as though like not much effort really even goes into his videos, and I don't mean that as a negative. He keeps it dead simple, and his personality is really endearing, and I enjoy the thrill of his videos. He does a lot of camping on roundabouts. He does some really interesting stealth camping videos, but I really enjoy how simple and effective and modest, I suppose, like his entire personality is on YouTube. Like, he is just him, and there's not even any suggestion of him wanting to be someone that he's not, right? So yeah, just in terms of authenticity and just keeping it real and just being yourself and not really caring whether there's a million people watching or just your best mate. I think that's the kind of approach that Billy has, and I think it's really effective without meaning to be, right? It's just comes naturally to him in that way. And in my own life, okay, I'll go for someone. So since I moved back from Bolivia to Spain, here to Granada, I had met very few British people. Like, there are actually, unless you go to the really touristic areas and you meet people that are just here holidaying, there are actually very few Brits living in this area, especially in Granada. There are other cities here in Andalusia, especially along the coast, that are really expat havens, but I bumped into a guy called Craig and his wife Lisa. They're a really, really generous and genuine and lovely couple from the north of England, Sheffield, Bolton, and they're just really, really genuine, honest, lovely, nice, kind-hearted people. They've been very kind to me and my wife and my daughter. They've invited us into their home. We've done lots of things with them, and yeah, they've just been really extremely
kind. And I've only known Craig and Lisa for less than a year, but they really have made the last year far more memorable. Having not met them, it could have been a different experience. Certainly would not have been anywhere near as fun, I guess. So yes, thank you to Craig and Lisa. You're great people, and I really appreciate everything that you've done for me and my family. Thank you. Bonus beer review time. So I bought just the one Paulaner with me, the standard Weissbier, the wheat beer. When I saw this site and realised that it wasn't really going to be a proper camping experience, I figured, I was going to the shop anyway. Bought an extra beer. This is the Dunkel, the dark Paulaner, and it's heavier, stronger, more intense, richer flavour. Really delicious. But it's actually no stronger. It's actually weaker. It's 5.3%. It's a really beautiful beer, very, very drinkable. It's another Munich beer from Paulaner, again, as previously, and this time in bottle form. I've had this on draft in a Stein, like the big, I don't know how big the glass is. It's like bigger than my head, and it's really an exceptional beer. Of course, it's better on draft than tap, but this is a pretty excellent beer. So, cheers.
Good morning, friends. How are you today? I slept fairly well. Slept from 11 till 4. Then was awake for about half an hour or so. was actually really hot. I woke up because I needed to remove clothing. I was so hot. Yeah, after some time I went back to sleep for another 3 hours or so. It's about 7:30 a.m. now. I'll go back to sleep.